This is case number 21-155-412. This is One Main Financial Group LLC versus Tamika Stimbridge. The matter is before the court on an application for entry of judgment by default. Your appearance for One Main, please. Counsel for One Main. All right, do I have Tamika Stimbridge?
Yes.
Good morning to you, ma'am.
How you doing?
I am good. I see that you've reached state consent, it looks like, in this matter for the entry of a judgment for $3,291.41 with the agreement to pay $100 per month. Is that
correct?
All right. Now, when did you sign this? How long ago was this?
It was the first time it was 2 years ago when I first took the loan. But to make an agreement, it was just recently because I received a letter of a court, and me and Mr. Wyatt made agreement that I, start back paying again. In addition to I had a lot of deaths in the family, and it just was a lot going on. So they sent me some court papers from y'all guys that you just sign it, and I send it back to his law office that he was going to dismiss the court. But obviously he's back here, so he was saying that he didn't understand why the court continued with it when he sent the paper signing that it was going to.
Yeah, I have the signed document. When was the $100 payment supposed to start back?
I actually did started before the letter. I can't recall. I wish I would knew that. I would have had more paperwork with me, but it was right. We
That's no problem.
It started. It's okay. Sorry about that.
You are paying the $100 per month already, correct?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and sign the order that allows you to make the payments on this at $100 a month, and I'm going to get a copy of that out to you in the mail right away. All right. I wish you well.
Okay.
Good day to you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. The court calls case number 21-156-597. This is LBNB Funding LLC versus Karen Franklin. The matter is before set for a hearing on the application for entry of default. Your appearance for LBNB Funding, please.
Yeah, good morning, Your Honor. Preston Nate, P77884, appearing for LVNV Funding.
Thank you. Good morning to you, sir. The court is looking now for Karen Franklin, also known as Karen Underwood. If you're on the Zoom anywhere, please say something at this time. All right. It does appear that the defendant does not appear for this matter. It was set on for 9:30 a.m. Also appears the defendant does not previously appear by way of filing any answer or anything in this matter. Accordingly, now the court will enter the judgment by default on the terms as prayed. The judgment will enter for $2,382.41. I'm signing an order to that effect at this time. Thank you, counsel.
Very good. Thank you, Your Honor.
The court calls case number 21-159-994. This is Midland Credit Management versus Raven Gilmore. The matter is before the court on an application for entry default judgment. The court also calls 21-162-363 Jefferson Capital Systems LLC versus Deontay Z. Johnson regarding an application for entry judgment by default. The record should reflect that regarding both these matters, a default has already been entered respectively. Today is the date and time set for the application for entry of the actual judgment at this time. Your appearance for Midland.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Suzanne Strickhardt, P44018, on behalf of the plaintiff. The Jefferson Capital versus Deontay Johnson matter is set for 10:30, Judge. The Midland v. Gilmore is set for 9:45.
Got you. All right. So On the Gilmore matter, then, thank you, Mr. Strickland, and good morning to you. On the Gilmore matter, I'm looking for Raven Gilmore at this time. If you're anywhere on the Zoom, please say something. As indicated by council, this was set for 9:45. It's now 10:19. Defendant has not appeared. Defendant did not appear otherwise in this matter by the following written answer, anything along those lines. Accordingly, now I will enter the judgment by default of terms as prayed. The judgment will enter now for $842.40. I am in order at this time.
Thank you, Judge. So we'll just look for that by mail.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll get right back to you on the Johnson matter as the time approaches there.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Judge.
Council, looks like you have one at 10:45 as well, Mr. Nate. Yeah, you're on silent.
I know I had three scheduled with you at 10 o'clock. Did we have another one scheduled with you at 10:45?
Looks like there may be one there, but interestingly, you're down there somewhere at the bottom, and it's time for two matters that you have. So let me call those two, and then we'll talk about the 10:45 if that is yours. This is case number 21-157593. This is LBNB funding versus Harriet Russell. The court also calls 21-55776 LBNB funding versus Darlene McIntyre. Both matters are before the court on respective applications for entry of judgment by default. The record should reflect that default of the respective defendants have been already entered where they did not respond to the complaint or otherwise defended these matters. The court set the matter on for hearing to give defendants opportunities to come in and state why the judge should not enter. Your appearance on these two matters, counsel.
Preston Nate, P77, appearing for LVNB funding on both these matters.
Thank you, counsel. And the suffix 598 was set on for 10 a.m. The suffix 776 was set on for 10:15. It's now 10:21. The court is looking for Harriet Russell living on Discourse Street. If you are on this Zoom, Ms. Russell, say something at this time. The court is looking now for Darlene McIntyre. If you are on the Zoom living on Strasburg Street, Ms. McIntyre, if you're on the Zoom, please say something at this time. It does appear now that both defendants respectively have failed to appear. Therefore, the judgments will now enter by default on as prayed. Regarding the suffix 598, the judgment will enter for $2,146.90. Regarding the suffix 776, the judgment will enter for $1,650.87. The court is signing an order with respect to both matters at this time. The other one I have deals with Simone Abner. Counsel.
Okay.
And, so that one looks like it's set. Let me just make sure.
So what time did you have that one scheduled for?
Yeah, it looks like that's set at 10 as well. Some scratching on the file led me to believe that it was a little late. So I am going to call it now, sir. That is 21-155-796. That's LBNB funding versus Simone Abner, also known as Abner Simone. The matters before the court on the application for entry of judgment by default. The default of the defendant is previously entered. The court set the hearing to determine whether or not the judgment should enter at this time. And counsel, you previously entered your appearance on behalf of LBNB funding. The court notes that on this file, I'm looking now for Simone Abner, also known as Abner Simone. If you are on this Zoom, a person reportedly living on Russell Street in the city of Detroit. If you're on the Zoom, please say something at this time. The matter was duly set on 10:00 p.m. Defendant has failed to appear. Defendant did not respond to the complaint in this matter and is not otherwise defended in this case. Accordingly, now the judgment will enter by default on the terms as prayed. Judgment will enter for $803.53. The court is signing the order in that regard at this time. Thank you.
Very good, Your Honor. Thank you. And then just to clarify, you did not have anything for me at 10:45?
No, that was the one that I just called. I thought that was the 10:45 case.
No worries. I appreciate it. I think that's the last one for me then.
Thank you, sir. And
Have a good morning.
Mr. Strickard, I've just looked at the Jefferson Capital System, and I've got set for 9:45.
You do?
I have a notice says 9:45, 7%.
Well, that's even better with me, Judge.
I know I like to keep you around, but I'll probably have to release you at this time. All right. So again, that's 2116 2363 Jefferson Capital System versus Deontay Johnson. Madam Counsel, your appearance at this time.
Good morning again, Your Honor. May it please the court, Suzanne Strickhartz, P44018 on behalf of the plaintiff.
All right, thank you. So, of course, this is before the court on the application for entry of judgment by default. Defendant did not appear in the underlying matter, and it looks like the defendant has appeared today. Once again, Deontay Johnson, living on Vicksburg in the city of Detroit. If you're on this Zoom, say something at this time. All right, Madam Counsel, I will sign the judgment now based upon the terms as prayed. $1,544.89 is the amount of the judgment. The court is signing the judgment at this time, and of course, copies will be sent out via mail. Right.
Thank you, Judge. Have a wonderful day.
Have a wonderful day as well. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Bye now.